Hello everyone, my name is Tevin Stewart. I'm a Human Resource Manager. And I want to start off with a quick question. Have anyone in here has a criminal record? Well, that's going against statistics, because statistics shows that 1/3 of working age individuals in the Dallas, Texas area has a criminal record, whether it be to a small misdemeanor or a large felony case. And that means one of you guys are lying. I'm just joking. But on a serious note, having such a background can impede an individual from living a quality life. Would you guys agree that people who aren't in the prison system and are engaged or integrated into the social settings, such as Dallas, should be given the basic human rights, which include them being able to provide for their family as well as them?
Yes.
Right? Well, these the key resources that they might need are like clothing, food, or relative financial stability, which allows them to acquire such basic necessities. But these key factors are what causes our society to evolve the rate that it is, including especially a big city as Dallas. Whereas, it causes our society, such as Dallas, to evolve the way that it is, whereby corporations wanted to relocate to the Dallas area to establish operations so they can increase their profit margins, or whereby an individual deciding to relocate to Dallas to live in a better area relative to where they previously lived. But as we all know, having a criminal background does having a criminal background does set an individual back who has aspirations of living a quality life. But the main focus is on convicted felons. Convicted felons encounter major obstacles when trying to acquire the key resources to live such a lifestyle that everyone deserves. And we want to direct our focus on such an issue. Our company, Del Monte, wants to bridge the gap for these convicted felons from their past, which is a major barrier in their life, to to them being more effective and more productive in the Dallas area. And to elaborate on our background, I'm going to pass it on to Felix.
So thank you, Tevin. My name is Felix. I am the marketing director at Del Monte, and I'd like to go into detail about what our company stands for. Since 1886, when we were first founded, our company has focused on improving the quality of life for all of our customers and employees the same. We want to enhance our community to the best possible quality, whether it's by improving our products, where we were the first ones to put our nutrition balance labels on our products, where that helped us bridge the gap over being unclear about what our products had inside of them. So it gave our customers a better understanding of what we gave. With that in mind, we focused on a different topic, one that we find in Dallas is a very problematic and a very important problem in our city, where we feel that companies are sort of beginning to discriminate against people's backgrounds. We've already gotten past age and gender, religion, but the fact that many people have, according to the statistic given by Tevin, have a felony in their background. And because of this small fact that will stay on someone's record forever, people just choose not to hire them. By not having a job, people begin to have a worse quality of life because they go unemployed, they start behaving in more criminal activity, and the Dallas area becomes worse. So with that in mind, based on the statistics reported by the Labor Bureau, US of Labor and Statistics, we found that approximately 1.3 million people live in the Dallas area. Approximately 4% of them are unemployed, which isn't so bad on a national level, but we still want that number to get as low as possible. Among those 1.3 million people, we have approximately 4,500 men and women who have been released from prison. Additionally, we have another 150,000 who are still in prison, with 40% of them being convicted and put in prison due to non-violent related crimes. So these people aren't necessarily bad to society, they've just done something wrong that has landed them in an unfortunate place. With that in mind, our goal at Del Monte is to provide a program that will reduce recidivism. Recidivism being a term that says people tend to revert back to their old habits, mostly referring to criminal activity. Now, we believe that based on the statistics that have been revealed to the public, 30% of people who are released from jail, whether it's by bail, whether it's by parole, 30% of them have been shown to exhibit recidivism. These people are what we believe end up being in the unemployed part. They add to the title of what employers discriminate against, and an even larger percentage of 37% are people who finish their jail term, they serve the entire term, but they still revert back to recidivism, where they begin behaving in criminal activity. And we believe that the solution to avoiding this problem is by employing them, getting them in jobs, giving them work. So our solution is work reduces recidivism, which I will pass to, which leads to these, which we believe will lead to these solutions. When we employ and educate these convicted felons on how to be more professional, they will be less likely to commit crimes. By less crimes being committed in the Dallas community, we'll have a safer Dallas community. With a safer Dallas community and less people in jail, we will have reduced spending of taxpayer dollars, which means we will spend less on jail, we'll spend less in court, and we'll spend less on unemployment. So from here, I will pass it to Jeff, who will explain the details of our project.
Hello everybody, I'm Jeff Thompson. I'm the accounting manager at Del Monte here in Dallas, and what we propose is to bridge the gap from recidivism to quality of life with workforce reentry training. We believe that education for professional skills, job interviewing skills, resume creation, basic Microsoft application skills, these are all skills that a lot of people with criminal backgrounds just have not been exposed to. We would like to expand that out. In fact, we would like to create a movement. The bottom line is that the skills that we can provide through training in a curriculum that's developed by professors from our Dallas County Community College districts that we'll hire, the curriculum will give them what they need, the confidence, the abilities to go out and find higher quality jobs. When people work, they don't resort back to criminal activity. That's a stat that's been proven. And so that's what our goal is. We not only want to have a workforce training fair, we want to have two of them. We want to set one up in mid-June, we want to set one up towards the end of the year. That way we can have some constant through 2017. We're going to hold the training at our Del Monte production and distribution facility. It's enormous. We have all the resources there that we can use to help people and bring enough people in. So who qualifies? We're going to focus mainly for the first event on first-time nonviolent convicted felons. We will not have age requirements. We will not have gender requirements or anything along those lines. The only thing that you're going to need to do is prove residency of Dallas. We are going to ask that you provide your contact information. That's going to be important to us through the process so that we can continue the education, follow up as needed. And we will allow registration for a certain number of spots for our first event. We're going to cap it at 50 for the first try. And we're going to have everybody enroll online. Registration will be online at our website. Much like a college course, it's going to hold your spot until we validate that you're going to be there. You can forfeit the spot if necessary. So we're going to have this great thing. How are we going to do it? Okay. First of all, before I get into the planning of how we're going to put it together, we're going to have one in June, one in December. It's going to be a week long. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're going to have multiple Dallas County Community College professors teaching multiple things throughout the day. We're not only going to limit it to professional skills and office administrative skills, we also have the ability to, in our facility, to give forklift certifications, CPR training, and various other vocational options, okay? In order to get this done, we're going to have to start early, okay? The plan for the first event is in June of 2017. So in March, we're going to reach out to the Dallas County Community College professors that are available and begin interviewing and hiring. We're going to have 3 open spots to start, okay? We're going to need to reserve computers for the event. We're going to need to begin our promotional brainstorming. We're going to have to come up with content to get the word out. In April, we're going to begin promotion of the event full-time. One main cog in our idea is the Dallas County Probation and Parole Offices. They're going to be a great outlet and resource for us. We are going to put the word out through them, get their help. They're going to help us quite a bit. We're going to post the registration option available on our website. And once we get going into May, we're going to have our staff there. We're going to reserve catering. We're going to provide breakfast, lunch, snacks, that sort of thing. So we'll get all that lined up. We'll validate by June 1st who all is going to be there. Your spot can be forfeited. And throughout May, we'll have weekly meetings with our external and internal staff that we have to put together the agenda. So the first event is June 12th through June 16th. We're going to hold the event afterwards. Upon completions of examinations in the class itself, participants will be asked to turn in a survey. Our staff will turn in surveys and feedback. That's going to be very important, and that we'll come back to. And we're also going to follow up long-term with the probation offices and parole offices. When we get to the second event, it's a lot of rinse and repeat as far as how we're going to go about it. But now we have the benefit of having one behind us. We've got the feedback. We know what's going to happen. We know what to expect. We know what adjustments we can make. We know what we should do. And it's going to go a lot smoother the second go around. But not only that, we're going to have a movement started. There's going to be people that attended the first one that are going to share that with their friends. They're going to share that with their family members. And we have an opportunity to build this for the second one. So, but like I said, that can only happen with our analysis. I'm guessing June is the event. July, August, we'll really get into the analysis. We'll move forward from there. And to tell you more about the analysis portion of it and other things is Kenrick.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. My name is Kenrick. I'm the IT manager for Del Monte. And what Jeff was saying is very important to measure the success of this program. There are 2 ways to measure the success. There's a short term and a long term to measure success. On the short term, measurement is attendance. We're going to require all professors to have a sign-in sheet. And the second way to measure a short-term success is the completion percentage. So we're going to require that the students to finish the program and also pass the certification test to have them complete the program. And the last is the surveys. We're going to also have a participant survey and also going to have a self-survey. And the participant survey is just more like a class evaluation, like most colleges have a survey at the end of the class. And also the staff survey, the manager's going to get some feedback from the professors to see if this program is what we need to change out or what we need to add in the program. Okay, at Del Monte, we're going to hire 3 qualified professors from Dallas Community College to teach these programs. There's going to be a Microsoft Office class, which is going to be basic Microsoft skill, Word, Excel, and PowerPoints. Also, we're going to teach professionalism, such as resume, interviewing, and communication skills. And the last one is vocational skills. It's just basic forklift, CPR training for the class. And we're also going to have our managers to oversee the program. We're going to have 3 managers. One manager is going to be from HR, the other one going to be from the plant manager, and also one going to be the administrative manager. And safety is the #1 priority at Del Monte. So we're going to have additional security to work with our 24 hours security team on hand. And here is the breakdown of the budget. We're going to have equipment. We're going to need some computer rentals. We're going to have to rent some computers in our facilities because we're going to have 50 students. We're going to have to rent some additional computers at the cost of $1,300. And we're also going to have the staff. We're going to have to pay our professors $30 an hour, equate to $2,700. And we're also going to have food and drink. We're going to have breakfast, we're going to have lunch, and we're going to have snacks and beverages. So we're going to have all this in there in one facility where our students don't have to go out to facilities and have to come back in. Everything's going to be catered in to the facilities. And we're also going to promote this. How are we going to promote this? We're going to have the radio commercials. We're going to air it over the radio, and we're also going to have some flyers. We're going to get with the Dallas and the probation office. We're going to distribute some flyers through to the agents. We are asking the City of Dallas Cambridge Chambers to help bridge the gap, to help people better their life in the City of Dallas, and to make Dallas a better community. So now I'm going to hand it over to Telvon to conclude.
Well, Del Monte's main focus when constructing the Bridging the Gap program is just allowing these individuals with a criminal past, allowing them to be re-entered into society pretty much, so they can be respected from their parents or respected from their children or just whoever's around them, their peers. So giving them, allowing them to re-enter the society gives them more purpose in life, you know. And we're open for any questions.
How do the mission statements of Del Monte align with this particular cause? Like, I'm having a hard time understanding why, like, Del Monte would choose. I mean, I understand, I think that the whole program is great, but why, of all the companies, would Del Monte?
Well, because our theme is bridging for quality of life, right? And they distribute healthy products to, you know, help people be more healthier to preserve their life. So, bridging from like a destitute situation as having a criminal past, bridging them to a more quality of life to where they can be more marketable into the workforce by allowing them to participate in job training as well as giving them educational help for skills that they might need for potential employers.
And how many attendees are you expected to have with 3 professors?
We're expecting a total of 50 participants for the 2 programs that we're going to construct in June and December. Yes.
How are you qualifying the teachers? Like, are you pulling them from all the Dallas County community colleges? Are you specifically targeting one, or are they going to go through a screening? How are you picking?
Yes, we are going to post it to all Dallas County Community College. What we're focusing on for the first event is we'd like to have somebody who teaches organizational behavior. We'd also like to have somebody that teaches the professional development, like the basic classes that we have to take here. We'd also like to see somebody from the business side. We'd like to have multiple perspectives as you know, as we bring them in. Yes, we will be going through an interview process. We're not exactly sure how long that will take, but we can't see it lasting more than about a month. And that's why we'll start on that in February.
Question?
So you started your slide by saying that employers are actually not hiring convicted felons. So are you actually going to?
We're not saying they're not, we're just saying most of them.
Most of them don't.
Yeah,
But
so
then
what you
how are
mean-
you, if they go through this program, how are you then partnering with companies? Because at the end of the day, a company's not gonna hire a convicted felon if they think they're gonna be sued by a worker who's been attacked or money, you know what I'm saying? So how are you actually partnering with those companies in
Well,
this initiative?
Initially, we're going to focus on first-time nonviolent offenders. Okay, so one of the stats that Felix was talking about is that 40% of people incarcerated has nothing to do with violence or sexual activity or anything like that, right? There's a lot of people that get a felony for getting caught with marijuana twice, you know? So what we're trying to do is to elevate the skills that people have so that they can go into a job interview and sound like they know what they're talking about, that they can bring something to the table, you know? And, you know, I guess there's other prevalent characteristics that go along with criminal backgrounds, like low income, low education, that, you know, and so what we want to do is educate. We want to give people a better opportunity to bridge to a higher quality of life.